Throughout the weeks leading up to this day, we in the 2016 year of APUSH history have been learning about the effects that culminated into the American Revolution. It's interesting to understand how if one event was slightly different, entire histories would be different. This idea is called the butterfly effect, a theory that is used a lot in many time travel fictions. It's chaos theory, where stating the sensitive dependence on initial conditions in which a small change in one state of a deterministic nonlinear system can result in large differences in a later state. It's how the flap of a butterfly's wings can cause a hurricane. When you look at the history of America, you can see that it's like spaghetti, all leading to a revolution of incredible historic magnitude. But how did these noodles intervene to create the giant level of mess that is America? Let's find out. We'll work backwards. Before the war began, the situation had to get rocky. The British were taxing the Americans left and right. Thanks to the Intolerable Acts in 1774, many of the rights of the Massachusetts Bay Colony, a very important colony, were stripped, causing much outrage. The Intolerable Acts were caused by the Boston Tea Party in 1773. The Tea Party was a large amount of protesters dumping tea into the bay. They were dumping because of the increases in tax from acts like the Townshend Act in 1767, the Stamp Act in 1765, and the Sugar Act in 1764. They had no representation in the British Parliament, leading to the phrase taxation without representation. There had also been shootings in Boston in 1770, the Boston Massacre, so the people of Boston really didn't like the British. In fact, nobody really liked the people from Britain. Settlers had been in America long enough that they had generations of family there, so the Brits were either immigrants or soldiers, and the people hated the soldiers thanks to the Quartering Act in 1765, wherein colonists had to provide for and feed soldiers. The soldiers wouldn't have even needed to be there, however, if not for the American dream of expansion. With the Indians ruffled by constantly spreading colonists, they and the French teamed up, causing the French-Indian War around 1756. The French had dominated most of Northern America, Canada, but coexisted with the Indians and traded fur quite profitably. Bam, that's barely 20 years and a lot of history, but so many small actions could have completely changed the outcome of America. If France didn't have such a good relationship with the Indians, the British wouldn't have needed to send so many soldiers to fight in the French-Indian War. If the colonists had some sort of representation in the British Parliament, they might have never broken up from the homeland. If there hadn't been terrible weather for the Spanish Armada back in the 1580s, they would have never lost control of the oceans and could have taken over all of America. Those dang butterflies. To put it simply, all life in the world is lucky. The importance of any single event cannot be judged. Your actions have meaning. The sheer amount of events that have led up to every single person's life. Be thankful to your ancestors. Every action has a consequence, though it may not be immediately clear. So be good to your fellow people. A little kindness can change a day, a lifetime. So make this a core value, if you will. Thank you, and good night. So, wait, but what are actually the chances of a butterfly making a hurricane? Because I've seen butterflies before, and I want to know how much danger I'm in. Like, seriously, because that could be a thing. I've seen a lot of butterflies.